Okay, so the theme of this 2 week reading is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups can be another person of the cup suit, being Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. King denoting the maturity, the mastering of the suit. Can be a girl as well, but it's more than likely yourself. This fella here is so balanced and sure of his emotions, he can stand on water and not be swayed. Holds on to his emotions very calmly, right next to him, has ownership of them, very generous with his emotion, and also accepts emotion very honestly. I'm just going to pause this and stop this heating because it's making a right owl sound. Sorry about that. Okay. So the balancing of emotions, because it might be that you've been all out to sea for a while. Okay. Centre of this card, centre of this spread, should I say, is the Moon card. So the Moon card, Major Arcana, can denote secrecies, lies, deception. Can denote not the light shining on everything clearly. There's two dogs there and they're howling up at the moon, and it can denote that, you're like looking up to the sky. It's like, please help me. But it has come out a couple of times in these mid-month readings, and I do believe it's depicting timing, as in last night, the 12th of January, with that massive moon, full moon. So the astrology of your chart kicking something off. Okay. Crossing you to help you or hinder you is the Hermit card. Can talk about a Virgo person, but the Hermit talks about solitude, whether that's alone by yourself in a room or just doing it inside of yourself without allowing the rest of the world to be to join in with it. It talks about going within oneself to find the light. Well, it might be one of those dogs looking up at the moon. Where's the light? But it's talking about inspiration from within, finding your own light, following your own light, finding out what your feelings mean to you, finding out what your feelings are, going within. Well, it might be that the moon's kicked off something that you've got to go within about, or it might be that, you've gone within and that's why you're howling up at the moon to find your answers, to find your light. It might be that you're awake a lot at night time and the moon is your light, the moon is your daylight. So I'm not sure how it's going to help you or hinder you, but it's actually very healthy, this, whatever part of life you're going through, to go within. It can talk about meditation, finding out what you feel, what's your inspiration, what's your spirituality. Are you spiritual? What do you believe? What lies below you is the Fool card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana in this spread. So that is, the major arcana, they're the top cards. They're your destiny. That's what's been written before you came. That's what's going to happen. The court cards you can manoeuvre, but the major arcana you can't, and that's why it could well be the moon talks about the astrology of these couple of weeks. So the Fool talks about a brand new path. The Fool talks about excitement, inspiration, following a new way. That inspires you, that you don't know why you're doing it, you just know you have to. It's exciting. Little dog up there denotes people nipping at you to try and slow you down and make you consider what's going on and that sort of stuff, but you're not interested. On your new path, off you go. The joys of a youngster, down a road, new road, possibilities abundant, good or bad. Somebody once said something to me, and it's helped me immensely through lots of situations. And that is the only difference between excitement and fear is that with one you breathe and one you don't. The feeling is exactly the same. Now, it took me a little while to be conscious of when I was afraid, and it took me a while to be conscious when I was excited enough to know, stand here, feel it. And it's true, it's the same feeling. So now when I'm scared, all I do is and I turn it into excitement. Try it, it's wonderful. Takes a while, a bit of practice, but once it's practiced, breathe. Okay, and I do see that this hermit, it's talking about spirituality, what's inside yourself, following a light blindly. He's looking down towards this fool. So I suspect whatever it is you find within yourself sets you on a new path with regard to whatever this is. Lying behind you is the King of Rods. If it's another person, Rod suit, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, King, but it can be a gal as well. Denotes the maturity of the suit. This fella looks after mind, body and spirit. He's down the gym, he's got a brain trainer and he eats very healthily. He's very healthy. He stands with his wants, his beliefs, his spirituality, his inspiration, his excitement just in front of him for the whole world to see, and he's holding on to it, belongs to him. Not ashamed of anything, proud of everything, standing on his own 2 feet. Often it's talk about a married man. The lovely thing about this fella is, as much as he's mature and he's able to stand there on his own, in his own, and be very comfortable with that, he also has the propensity to look at new things in a childlike manner. Meaning, he finds something, picks it up, touches it, tastes it, sticks it down the toilet, does what a child does with everything to learn what it is. And he's excited about learning what things are. Lying above you is another major arcana, the Empress. Abundance, beauty, femininity, nature, being outside, everything feminine, pregnant with a child, maybe, pregnant with ideas, giving birth to a child, maybe, giving birth to ideas, beautiful, abundant ideas. So I see the Hermit looking down on this fool, and I also see the Hermit pointing to the King of Rods. So I'm suspecting that you're on this new path, and deep inside yourself, you're telling yourself to slow down. He's got his rod there, his inspiration. This is inspiration, spirituality. And this rod here also denotes the same thing. So I suspect that this hermit business has made you look inside yourself around this time, and has made you understand that you need to you're on a new path, but you need to slow down. You need to take hold of your spirituality in a mature manner. And yes, investigate it like a child would. Find out yourself how it works, but in a mature manner, holding on to what you believe, not deviating from your path, but just slowing down a little bit, looking after your body while you're doing it, looking after your mind while you're doing it, looking after your soul while you're doing it. Directly below, the balancing of emotion, who is looking directly at the abundance of giving birth to ideas, or even babies. You might be having a baby. Could be a baby. Could be. It could be that you've been howling up at the moon to get pregnant. Fine. And, it gave you a path to do it. I don't know. It could have told you to have sex. There you go. You can have a baby when you have sex. Or it could have told you to go down that route of whatever it was. It could be that you decided that you couldn't have children for whatever reason. You don't know why, and now you're going to look why, and you're running for it, and it's like calm down, do it maturely, and you end up with. It could be whatever your new idea, whatever inspiration, whatever it's come to you. Calm down, look after everything while you're going through this in this manner, and it'll come out in abundance. And actually, look, she's got her foot on the moon. Yeah, she's got her foot on the moon, and she's directly above it. Mm. And it might be that if that is the moon, this here, and I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before at the top of that card. That's not water damage. No, it's not. It could be the sun. It could be the moon. It's a circular, celestial thing, isn't it? But she's got her foot on the moon, so it might be that it will take to when the moon is that shape for this abundance to appear. Might be lying ahead of you. Okay, and so it's after the Hermit, after you've done this bit here. You've got the Emperor, again, another major arcana. So the Emperor, so it's a fatherly, grandfatherly figure, normally an older male gentleman, somebody who you would go to for advice, a learned person. Can actually be somebody in an organisation who makes decisions for you without your input. But he's the Emperor, he looks after his empire, he's a fair and just man. However, once he makes his decision, that's his decision, and he has looked at every aspect of that decision in a cool, calm manner, and has made the fairest decision he possibly can for everybody involved. Him, his organisation, you, whoever's inside that decision. But it could be you've given birth to the idea that you can't jump in, you need to be a bit more mature, and the Emperor is known as Aries, so we're on the rods still, yeah? It could be you maturing, you've given birth to this Emperor of your life, looking directly in at what you've done on yourself, yeah? And also the moon. Now, I often see, not often, but sometimes, and I do in this case, I can see the Emperor as being the universe, because the universe is the Emperor of the universe, of everything inside the universe. And the universe is the one that makes the decisions for us. It's the one that lies it out for us. So it could be that once you get to this point, this is the universe telling you, through your inspiration, round this time of the year, the full moon, the 12th of January, this is what you signed up for before you were born, and therefore, this is it. This is your lot. Sorry, I'm sipping my coffee. How you see yourself in this situation is as yourself, Queen of Cups, Scorpio. Queen of Cups, motherly, nurturing. Look, she's looking at that poor little sunshine there. She's watching him. She's watching him. It's like mum and child, isn't it? She's watching him. Because she knows. She knows. She's often a psychic, often highly spiritual. She's lovely. You walk into her house, it might not be the tidiest of houses, but you're welcome, and you get a cup of coffee and a slice of toast, and she'll want to know your troubles, because she knows you've got troubles, and she'll give you a hug. You feel safe with her. That's how you see yourself. And I think you're nurturing your new path. You're nurturing the new feelings that you've got on whatever's happening here. You're nurturing them. How other people see you is the world. They see you've gone through all the steps of the path and you got to the end of it. And, you've got the world in your hands. People see you with the world in your hands. Just talk about getting through a long and arduous journey where the universe will give you the reward that you signed up before you came here to get once you did it. And now you're wanting your pay. People see you wanting to be paid for what you've done. You deserve good things. People see that you deserve good things. Hopes and fears in this situation is the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, if another person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Knight not quite the head of his suit. The characteristics of this fella, he's on a crusade. He's galloping forward in the search, the crusade of truth. And that would be your hope. And I think that's what you are actually doing, because it's coming out of your spread. All of this is happening and has happened. Yeah? All of this is all looking in this way. The ones that are looking out this way. So you're balancing your emotions and this Knight of Swords to the future. Galloping towards the truth and only the truth. Galloping to put light on whatever there's darkness on. To find out exactly what that all means. What's the truth of what's in front of you? And if you look here, right beside the Emperor, there you go, you had to do that. And now, this is what you have to do. And it could be, if somebody has made a decision for you, that's the end of whatever he was deciding, that situation, that's the end of it, it's finished. And now, you're going into the future with nothing hidden and prepared to accept nothing that's hidden. Your outcome in this situation is the Hierophant, another major arcana. This one can be known as Taurus, actually. But the Hierophant talks about conventionality. The Hierophant talks about man's law. It can be you've got lots of documents that you need to fill in and send. It might be you have to go to the council and walk in the right door to have your box ticked on that one that you have to go to that one for a licence or whatever. It can be a marriage card. And as such, if it's a marriage card, it seems to me that the Empress is the female and the King of Cups over there is the male. And what a lovely match that is when you get married. And it could be that that's been very quick. And it could be you just know. You met him and you just know. Or you met her and you just know. Because you just know. And you're going to nurture what's in that cup. So it can be marriage. But being conventional, being correct, doing the right thing.